If you're a new coach who's looking to get your first client, you probably think that getting coaching clients is more complicated than it actually is. At least that's what I thought in the beginning. I remember for the first 4 or 5 months of running my business, I didn't even try to get clients. What I spent time doing was creating my website and working on my logo and creating random content on social media, but never once did I try to get a client because I thought that I needed to have everything in order before I can start coaching people for real and getting paid. But in today's video, I want to share with you a very simple 5-step process. I don't even want to call it a process. It's a simple way to get clients really fast into your coaching business, even if you're just starting out right now, and even if you don't have a large social media following at all. So are you ready to talk about that? Let's dig in. The first step in this process is to decide on your niche and specialization. Now, as a coach, there's so many things that you can help people with. I'm sure you know that already, and I'm sure that you want to help a lot of people. But one of the biggest mistakes that most coaches make, something that I certainly made in my business, is thinking that we should be talking to everyone and that we should be targeting everyone because our coaching skills and techniques and modalities that we learned can truly help everyone. But I've learned the hard way that talking to everyone leads you to actually end up talking to no one. The more specific you are on the people that you're talking to and the problems that you're solving, the more you'll attract dream clients to your business. So it all starts with choosing your niche. I have a very specific video on that I recommend you go watch after this one, where I walk you through the exact reasons why you have to create a niche. But in the simplest way possible, you need to answer 3 questions. Who exactly is my dream client? Who do I want to help? What problem do I want to help them with? Because this dream client has many problems. So you need to choose a specific problem that they're facing that you want to help them with. And the third question is, how am I going to help them get through this challenge or this problem? That's the first step. The second step of the process is to design your first coaching package or offer. Now, we don't need to overcomplicate things here. In my paid programs and my paid online courses, I teach my clients a very specific 6 ingredients to creating your package and your offer. But if I want to simplify things for you, I want you to think of 3 P's: the promise, the process, and the price. The promise is, what are you going to give clients? What are they going to gain by working with you? What is a problem that they're facing that you will help them overcome? That's the first one. The process, number 2, is how are you going to help them? Is it one-on-one coaching? Is it group coaching? Is it an online course? Is it face-to-face? Is it virtual? You get to decide on the way that you want to coach your clients. And here you can start thinking of, do I want to add videos in between coaching sessions? Do I want to add a workbook or maybe some journaling prompts to help the clients through the coaching journey? What do you want to add here as a process? This is how you help them get from point A to point B. And the third P is price. How much am I going to charge for this? Now, I've talked about all of these topics at length on my channel. Specifically for the pricing part, I refer you to this video where I help you with a simple step-by-step process to figure out what your best and most aligned prices are. And I hope you find this valuable after watching this video. Now, step number 3 is to start creating intentional and strategic content. Now that you know what your niche is, you've decided that these are the people that I want to talk to, and this is the problem that I want to solve. And this is my package. This is my offer. It's a 4-week program. It's a 2-week program. It's just one-on-one off packages. Whatever you've decided, now you have your offer. And now you're ready to start creating content that speaks to your promise, that speaks to the niche that you're talking to, the people that you are targeting. And then you start adding value to them by talking about the exact problems that they're facing. The point here is that we're not just creating content for the sake of creating content. We're being very intentional and strategic because we want to lead our dream clients from reading this content to reaching out to us. In step number 4, you have to recognize that as an online business owner, the way that you communicate with your audience and the way that they communicate with you is through direct response, which means that even if you create the best content ever, the most amazing content, even if it's strategic and intentional, as we said in the previous step, it has to be followed with a call to action to ask people to actually reach out to you and to ask you about your offer and your package. So this happens through calls to action. Whenever you're putting content out there, make sure that you are telling people what you need them to do. So you talk about a problem that they're facing, part of the solution that you can offer, or part of the way that you have solved this problem in the past, or that you've solved it for previous clients. If you have, even if they weren't paid clients, anyone that you've helped in this, you can talk about that. And in the end, you can say something like, if you're interested in learning more about this, or if you'd like to explore how I can help you if you're facing this problem, leave a comment, send a DM, send me an email, whatever it is you need them to do, whatever call to action you think is the right one, but always make sure you tell them what to do. I've had clients in the past tell me that they've been watching my content for a long time, but they didn't know what they had to do because all I was doing was creating content and putting value out there and just hoping that someone would comment or ask me about my package or DM me about my package, but they wouldn't until I started putting calls to action to tell them exactly what to do. So make sure you don't skip this very important part of the process. Step number 5, now that they've reached out to you and they showed interest in what you are talking about, you can invite them to a short strategy call or discovery call or whatever you want to call it. I call mine strategy calls. This is a free call where you understand where the client is, exactly what their problem is, and you ask them a bunch of questions, which I share in details in this video over here, where I walk you through, again, a step-by-step process on how to run your discovery calls to increase conversions, meaning to make sure that more and more people say yes to you when you offer them your package. And in this video, I show you what kind of questions to ask them, how to set the frame for this call, and how to eventually lead into your offer based on the answers that you got from your clients. This process is so simple, and all of my clients have told me that their conversion rates have gone up after following this very simple process for discovery calls. So in today's video, I really walked you through the simplest way possible to get your first client. I want to make sure that you understand that it's so easy to overcomplicate things. It's so easy to wait for everything to be completely planned out, to have the perfect website, to have the biggest following, to have everything in place. But I promise you, all you need is to show people that you can help them. And remember that there's someone out there right now who could use your help, who's waiting to hear from you specifically. So go on, follow this process, and let me know by leaving a comment if you've enjoyed this video, if you're gonna follow this process, and what kind of questions do you have? What more would you like me to talk about that will help you get your first, your next, your 100th client in the future? I'm so happy to help. Before you leave, I have a special gift for you. I created a short 30-minute video training where I walk you through how to make your first $1,000 in your business. Again, a 5-step process, a simple backwards method from deciding on this $1,000. It can be a different number if you wish, and I show you that in details in the video, and how to work backwards from there to actually achieve this goal. I'm sure you're going to love this video and this training. Make sure you grab it while it's still for free from the link underneath this video, or go to insideoutwithmuna.com/1000, the number 1000. So happy to have you here with me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and you subscribe, and I'll see you next week.